All right. How is everyone doing today? When last we left our heroes, they walked through the desert a bit and they come across some bad guys, but they didn't fight them. They sort of just, went around them because, they don't have to fight every battle. Then they traveled through a spooky, quiet forest and found a pit of sand, and at the bottom of that pit of sand is a temple that seemed to be dedicated to Apophis. And we left out with them hmm, setting up sort of like setting up and surveying the area. Let me get me signed in because right now I have everyone else is in except for me. All right, so you guys are gathered around um um if you were to try and take the wagon down this steep incline, you would definitely not be able to get it out. Well, oh no, never mind. Dea had left you guys there because she went back to the camp. You guys traveled on foot. Never mind. Yep. Sometimes I just have to look at my own notes and read them. So, you guys have been searching around the area, and there, to your guys' sort of relief and discomfort, there is no signs of life in this forest. You haven't seen any the like animals, not even bugs. It's been and now that you're here, you don't even hear the wind blowing through the desert sands anymore. It's eerily quiet. Yes. For Dobat and Nissa, you can feel your curse mark pulsing. Like maybe every minute or so you'll sort of feel like a pressure on the part of your body that your curse mark is on. And it's dedicated to one of the 10 lords. There was a magic item in the first game that was called the Fang of Apophis that one of your guys' enemies had, but other than that, I don't really know. I don't even think you guys ever actually interacted with that magic item. Um, from your general knowledge, you do know about the 10 lords to some capacity. Um, the ten lords were essentially being near godlike beings before the current system of, of ascended mortals that currently rule this this world. So there was a power vacuum after the gods and had left and the titans had had gone dormant, so to speak, and the so in in that power vacuum, 10 very powerful entities rose up and basically took control over the whole the whole world, and they were able to do so just due to their cooperation, and which ostensibly is a loose term, but um, they work together, and through them working together to cover each other's weaknesses, they were able to um, yes. The Seven Kings took 10 lords out. A lot of their a lot of knowledge about them sort of disappears. Many of like many of them only really survive through like hereditary titles or locations named after them. Like Catullus is was one of the um, seven kings, and he was known as as a extremely powerful fighter or martial fighter, and he's the one that the Cataula continent is named after. But also on that continent, you had the one known as the Lone Winter King, whose name has been ostensibly removed from all history, and he's only known by his title of Lone Winter King. On this continent, you had Arcanus, who who was instrumental in the rediscovery of magic in all its forms, and her students were the ones that now rule over this continent. And know that you would know that from the region that you studied in, then Lord Albedo is one of the, their students, and they had Citrinitus and um, Rubedo, so as well as his Negrito and um, what was her name? They all her six students essentially took over ruling this land. Oh, Kirke, the the water spirit was the fifth one, and but you also know from Layla's history that she was one of Arcanus's his students, but she did not achieve the um, divinity get, due to some unknown. Like these guys still don't know the nature of her death. You just know that what to achieve divinity is essentially for someone to have godlike power, but not actually be allowed to transcend up to the realm of the divine beings. So they have a lot of power, but they still hold on to earthly desires and earthly needs and wants, and they can't transcend until they are able to let go of what's keeping them bound. And the thing is, a lot of beings that are on that level don't really see a need to transcend because they, as they are, there's very few entities on this plane that could contend with them. Um, so they're able to rule with only true divine beings and other incredibly powerful entities being and others like yeah. Um, in general, well, a level 25 to 30 character levels would be something on that level. Anything anything stronger than that would be incredibly powerful entities. Things eh, eh, like the most ancient of dragons and like angels and demon lords and other things are up there in that level of strength, but aren't necessarily divine beings as they do not um, have control over a domain. And the thing that puts you on that level is having control over a domain. So there are people that can become um, divine beings without being that strong by gaining control over a domain and having people um, worship them or um, to um, purposely give them power. Nope. No, if nobody were to, whom, if nobody's true body were to leave the blood jungle, it would be considered on that level. Nobody is currently endeavoring to make his current vessel his true body, so that he can have access to all his power and not be tied down to something that's so far away. It was a horror campaign. Of course, it's there's not a lot of good things. Yeah, and you were in the sessions. It's whether you were paying attention to that part of the um. So the 10 lords that you guys know about are Apophis, Kul Salkri, Team Siva, Ragnarok, Apocalypse, Ariman. Yeah. There were two. Yeah, there were two that were kind of legible, but you couldn't really make it out, and then two more that the tablet was sort of broken at. So you don't have those names. Cersei. Now that you're now that you're close to it, you can sense it. It- yes, it's somewhere in there. As long as it's on the same plane of existence. You do, and as you're looking in that direction, give me a perception check. Though the smell of this place is overwhelming to your senses, is and your eyes are watering, and you are able to make out uh, the shuffling figures se- of about 10 in small or tiny in humanoid figures moving near the front of the bridge. No, no, you do not sense a curse mark. Okay. I'm coming from that direction. They they are mindlessly wandering around near um, like at the front of the bridge and around it. Um, on that, there are additional curse marks that you can an additional curse mark that you can sense that's not one of your allies. It's the direction that it's coming from is to the west. You guys came from the southeast, yeah, the southeastern side of this clearing, but to the west there seems to be um, a what appears to be another curse mark. You you don't know. You're not able to really discern like the person. No, the curse marks aren't that distinct. The only thing that you can kind of sense different is that yours and and Nessa's are different than everyone else's. It doesn't like on that note. It doesn't even feel as strong as the one that your allies have. Now that you're thinking about it, all of those that have curse marks can sense this now. Um, it does seem to be heading towards the crater. Um, there's a moat of this red water around the temple itself. Well, so the only way to approach the front of the temple is across the bridge. You can you you can't really tell from this far away, but judging by the lack of food food in this area, um, if there are people, well, then they would have to they would have to well they would have to have some sort of food and water source nearby, eh, like another encampment. Um, you can tell that there are among the 10 of them, you can only sense one consciousness. Um, from what you guys can see, there doesn't seem to be anything. Um, if it goes beyond the range, means you it will turn back into a staff. It's probably about 400 feet from where you guys are currently. All right, it takes you guys about it takes you guys probably about like 5-10 minutes of walking to get over there. That's only like a quarter mile. It's like a quarter mile. That's not that far. All right, Journey, be done with that. Go ahead and throw that away. You see he about 10 kobold husk. Their scales are falling off, and they look, for lack of a better term, fresher than your average husk. As soon as you guys get about 80 feet, they all sort of stop and look at you. Yes. Ernie, go throw that bag away. All right. They watch you. Like two of them keep their eyes on you while the other eight watch the rest of the party. But they do not uh, move any closer. In fact, they clear the path for you. No. When you get to the other side, you see a rather strange sight. A great sword with a split blade. Each, the, each blade made from this black iron or some kind of metal with these red veins that seem to almost glow with a dim light. It sat into a metal disc with etchings and runes around the edge of the disc. Um, Mana, you recognize the language immediately as high human. And I think I called it something like Eldrin or something like that in the old campaigns. But it's the high human language. Okay. Does nobody also know that language? It would have either been in ancient Elven or high human. Um, yes, it's well, High human is a little bit different from ancient common because the ancient common tongue was technically the language the of the divine divine beings that ruled over the world, and it's technically closer to celestial than it is to common, but the high human language is a derivative of that language. It's essentially like the Latin languages, where you have Latin and then you have other Romance languages that are derived from it. Okay. Yeah, from what you guys can see, he, this is like here lies the here lies the ancient one in in being sealed by having been sealed by a Layla, Lucian, in Cersei, and in um, another name that has been it's been marked off, and then hmm, the around the base of the blade, it um, sorry, I have to find the refine the name and alright, alright. So um, the it says is grasp ye the blade thirst and to release the seal. Um, the Nessa, um, Adarpi, and Hikari, you would recognize the workmanship of the mechanisms around here to be similar to um, Lucian and mechanical um, his mechanical body. Who else met Lucian? Now that I think about it, yeah, Delbad, yeah, Delbad talked to Lucian. Everyone, other, yeah, yeah. He um when you guys were in um well before the Coliseum, he showed up in front of uh, those three people so specifically and talked to you guys is um and invited you to the Coliseum to meet him, and then Dobat was the one that asked. Yes. Yes. He's still waiting for you guys to help him. Yes, he would. The pocket. Stop playing with the shirt. It's fine. It's fine. Uh, the only the fights that you really know about are essentially the ones that like the ones that you have have been like purview like you know that
Well, is there any that I could attribute to this time period or no?
um in general, well, none that you can attribute to this time period. You know that Arcana after Arcanus disappeared into the weave, he she left the continent to her students that had passed her test, and Layla was one of the ones that didn't pass.
Hmm.
Um, her students went around defeating the cultists is that of the 10 lords that were still around. Um, um, like that's how Kremva and some of the other creatures were sealed away in these ancient temples, those that have been essentially put out of use. But you have no idea what could be being sealed in here. It just
All
says
right.
ancient one.
Well, there's no other way forward. Dovat's gonna reach out, grab the hilt of the blade.
Before that, was there anything I got with my detect thoughts?
Oh, that's right.
Detect thoughts. You would sense that same consciousness is coming off of the blade.
Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to grab an intelligent weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. The sword's intelligent.
Yeah, I kind of guessed. And
Would you
Dovat
like me
grabs
to
the
look
blade.
deeper before you do this?
Nah. Again, there's not
Use your
really any
sword.
other way around it.
You do not know until you look for yourself.
Still, I may as well. So yeah, Dovat grabs the hilt.
And you call yourself a scholar.
A new
Called.
hand touches my blade.
Oh, out of game. Oh no.
You guys all hear in your head. Be you one of pure heart and pure body? Does the golden blood run through your veins? If so, you may claim my blade and claim my power. Should it not be so, I will drain you dry.
You will. I assume that my curse mark almost forcefully activates.
No, your curse mark
Oh.
does not activate. There does it hasn't
Hmm.
seemed to check for that.
Hmm. I don't have blood anymore, do I? Out of game.
You do have blood. Your body is
Oh,
still alive. You're just an undead. It,
okay.
essentially in a similar way to a vampire, how
Oh, okay.
they still are alive in a sense.
I'm gonna try to pull the blade. And out of game, yeah, I immediately got the vibe you were going for.
When you touch the blade and attempt to pull, I need
Cool.
you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Why did it just?
Can't hear you.
Believe in yourself.
Okay, why did my? Hang on, my character sheet decided to do something really weird. There. You said con save.
Yes.
See, before I make the roll, do I have inspo left? Yes, I do. Pretty sure. Okay. 17. I will go ahead and boost it for safety.
Oof,
22.
so cool.
Because was my blood gold in the transformed state?
False gold.
Gold blood is fire, earth. Yeah,
Oh.
fire and earth, I believe.
One moment.
Or is it fire and metal?
I am soul element, metal, and time, and I think I was one of the ones hit by the door.
Yeah. You were considered to be material for making gold blood.
Because I don't think any of us had both fire and metal at the time. I don't remember.
The only one that
Um,
actually does is, I believe, is a Darby.
No, I think Picari.
Does Picari as well?
I think a
I
Darby
think
is triple.
Picari is fire, dark, and metal.
Oh, yeah, Picari does as well.
Well, we're gonna see if it likes me or not.
And I have earth and metal.
What?
Well, I'm metal in time unless any of that's been corrupted.
I don't know what OUR means.
It should be pinned.
You already just had a whole smash. No.
Yeah, it
A
is
Darby,
pins.
a Darby has water, earth, and light. Nobody is earth, void, and nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what a Darby has gold blood. Never mind. That's for a different reason.
Okay, so yeah, my soul elements are metal and time.
So the only one that
Yeah, so Picari is the only one with fire and metal.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm water and I think it was earth.
Your earth and Mana's earth and fire.
Am I? I thought it was water.
I pinned it last year. There's a message in the pin. Simon was light and fire. Adarpi was water, earth, light. Nobody was earth, void, nature. Nissa was metal, earth. Dobat's metal, time. Mana is earth, fire. Picari is dark, fire, metal. And I copy that from Seth's list.
Oh, okay.
So you take 3 piercing damage and become sickened.
What?
Oof.
And I assume I don't pull the blade.
The blade is not pulled. Your blood could almost be delicious. Oh well. Well, a new husk for the army.
You said I take 3.
Yeah, 3. A new husk for the army. Give me a dexterity save to let go of the blade before you're drained dry.
Now we know what happened to those kobolds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's, I'll boost it. 1 second. $21.
You let go just as you feel your hands start withering and, and like you're able to like come away with only like the tips of your fingers kind of wrinkled.
So it's that test again, huh?
Why'd you let go? I thought you wanted unfathomable power.
No, I wanted to continue on into the temple.
Well, you can't do that until you unlock the door.
And you're the lock.
I'm the key.
This thing's annoying.
So which elements are you looking for then?
I need the purest of blood.
I don't think I would be a very good host.
Person that would be the
Well,
best host
my
no
blood's
longer
not-
has a.
My blood's not pure.
how
Can
does
you
it
tell
mean by
who
the
am-
purest of blood?
I was gonna say, can you tell who among us might be it without touching you?
I sense one, but I feel like there's more people here than I can see.
Huh, maybe that one that you were following. Who's was following us.
The golden. You said your blood. You requested golden blood, correct?
Oh, gold blood is the purest of all bloods.
Oh, I
So-
have gold blood, but just a little. Is that
Darby has exactly 10 drops of golden blood in her system.
Yeah.
Because Darby gave up partway through the process.
Yeah, I didn't want my full, like, all of my body. I wanted a portion. That's one reason why my hooves, when I turn into a blue bull, my hooves are gold and my horns are gold.
Okay.
So that's just like the last bit.
So I'm guessing at this point, go back and think back to the door check back at the beginning.
There's probably a reason why Layla has that check and why she had someone with the golden body entombed in that tomb with her.
Yeah, I got in that door easy. Nothing happened bad to me. Everything bad happened to everybody else who touched the door.
Wait,
In Layla's tomb.
wait. Then my elements might not be right. Because didn't have a was fine.
Because the ones that were grabbed were the ones that had the elements for golden blood.
Anyone that had one of the elements for it, it was put in the circle to be drained. Everyone else was put into cages outside of the circle, except for a Darby who didn't touch the door directly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't remember if
I was about to say I don't remember who was where, what, why.
Yeah. He
I don't
already
remember
tried to
it,
push
so
me in. And I used him to get me through.
well,
All you had to do was let me throw you through the door.
Don't throw me into anything.
The thing is,
Bakari was the last one in the door, but that's all I remember.
So I grabbed the knife, the sword.
Oh, okay.
a new hand touches my blade.
That's what
you
she
do
said.
remember the price, correct?
I have no idea what I'm doing. I am just here.
You're selling your soul away.
Oh, I don't want to do that. No, thank you.
Well,
Already
You
done it.
kind of touched it.
You've also already sold your soul once before. It shouldn't feel any different.
Look, see, when you say sold, you know that seems like it was implied, like
Let
I
the Tesla go.
intentionally
I'm
sold
kidding.
sold my soul.
All right.
I didn't
Yeah.
intentionally do anything then. I just didn't read all of the fine print.
Adarpi, give me a Constitution save as your
I don't know what that means.
If you go to your character sheet,
Yeah. Click Constitution ability check.
saving throw.
No, there's a saving throw on your front page of your character sheet.
Can Lesser Restoration get rid of Sickened?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna Lesser Restoration so I don't have to bother with that.
Constitution saving throw. No, normal.
Yes.
Yeet.
Yep.
That looks bad.
That's a two.
Oh,
that's
that's
a two.
very
Very
bad.
bad.
Wow.
Very, very bad. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh
I don't like these. Y'all sounds are really awful.
17.
I typed it in
My
the wrong
God.
chat. Yeah.
no! Just watch a ton of fucking dice get thrown.
Oh my
Yelp.
God.
Adarpi takes 17 points of piercing damage, and and you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Well, damn.
And
What you mean, and?
well, the blades either gonna.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Okay. Water, earth,
That was
light.
normal.
Let's
Who's
see.
next?
Okay. You feel the blade lift out, and you can tell that you can turn the pedestal.
Okay. So I turn the pedestal.
As you're turning the pedestal, you'll see the red lines on the blade slowly fade.
Hey.
And you see the water around the temple sort of stops moving, and you can see that the water level is slowly rising.
I turn it back.
No, we got. Leave it.
What you mean, leave it?
What I mean is, this is the temple opening.
It's a trust the process kind of thing.
Yep.
So the water's running in, and we're leaving it.
Yep.
We're okay with the water filling up in here.
Right. As
Yep.
the water level raises to just below the edge of the arch of the bridge, and you see the door open. As the door opens, Adarpi, give me a quick wisdom save, and
What?
and Dobat, give me a perception check real quick.
Uh-oh.
Awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that ride. 16.
Adarpi suddenly has a second tail, as a very familiar golden arrow is sticking out of her lower back.
An arrow?
Yes, and you
There's an arrow in my back?
like you look behind you and you see standing at the top of the basin, looking down, probably about 20 kobolds, with that large figure, or with the bow that you guys has encountered before, Gold Crown.
All right, time to move.
You can see that
Mhm.
he's loading another shot.
Yep, time to move.
Awesome.
I'm gonna try to fling a firebolt to intercept that.
That would be a spell attack against.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
booking
but
it
see,
to the
we're
How far
door.
away is
moving.
he?
Probably about 400 feet.
Oh, well, we're
Yeah.
out of the first range increment of it, so that's good at least.
Yeah, he still managed to hit somehow. So yeah, so just roll a spell attack.
Yes. Yes, at the
Alright,
defense to hit.
That won't reach them.
20.
You see the arrow.
I think he's trying to.
Like you see
Mhm.
the arrow arcs up and is going through the air, and you're able to calculate just in time to shoot it out the air right when it's getting within range of your spell.
Yeah, he sees it coming. The bandages ignite on his left hand as he waves his hand and fires off the shot. We're moving.
Nobody floats through the door.
Yep, just running through that door. Whee!
Yeah. Unless anybody's
He's
stopping.
totally nonchalant about what's happening right now.
Mono will hold his shield up and pull up the rear as we go through.
Yeah.
I will have my staff like to my side though, ready.
Nobody, as you
What?
enter, you'll recognize the buttons and to close the door.
Close it.
Well, no. Yeah.
I'll
So
wait for everyone to come in and then work the mechanism to close it. Something familiar for once.
wait. As the door closes, and I'm looking at Gold Crown. Do I sense what I think I'm sensing?
Yeah, you can sense that Gold Crown has a weaker version of the curse mark.
Interesting.
Yes. So nobody. So afterwards, he'll look to nobody. You're probably gonna want his head later, or probably his body, wherever he's hiding that
I mean,
curse
I
mark.
already
He's
have
the
his
one with
puppet.
it.
I already have his
Well-
puppet. Might as well add to the collection.
Yeah. Okay. As
Nobody
Dobek
will. Sorry,
kind of shakes his hand as he looks down at what I'm assuming was like a bite mark almost from the
Yeah.
piercing damage.
Do I have a tail?
Not the tail that you would like, though.
I have a second tail.
You have an
Call that an
arrow.
arrow.
There's an arrow in your ass.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought I'd do a whole new.
Nah, Kiate was being cute about it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Can we get it
Yeah.
out?
I mean, yeah. You're probably not gonna like it.
While this is
I-
happening, nobody is going ahead and searching.
By the way, what was that wisdom saving throw for, Kiante?
An effect. So,
Oh, fun.
as you are you going to attempt to pull the arrow out?
Well, first I'm gonna see. It's a golden arrow, so is it magical?
It seems to be magical in nature.
First order of business. Bloop.
Was
Dispel,
that you
please.
pulling it out?
No, that's me firing a dispel magic first.
Oh.
Alright, Darby, you since you Like you felt like something was watching you up until Dobat cast that spell, and now you no longer
Yeah.
feel like you're being watched.
Yeah. Okay.
So we need to. I will get rid of that one, like
Honestly,
altogether, because I might feel it on the inside, but that doesn't mean that it stopped doing its job.
well, I fired the spell at the arrow itself.
So the feeling stopped while it was still in me,
Yes.
or it stopped because he pulled it out.
Well, it stopped because the spell that the arrow was casting on you who ended.
So
Okay.
pop it out, firebolt it, it's gone.
When you pop it out, the shaft of the arrow breaks, and about 20 gold coins fall out and roll all over the place, like magically guided to roll into the darkest and hardest to reach places you can find.
We're not that desperate, are we?
That's not the point. I don't wager. We'll deal with that another time if it becomes relevant. All right. I assume that when a Darpy grabbed the blade, I watched a pretty decent bit of blood run down it, didn't I?
Yeah. A Darby's blood was like this red with these like tiny golden flecks in it. It but it was quickly sucked up by the blade.
Looks like he bit you harder than he bit me.
Do I have the blade?
Yes, it's currently in your hand. As you look at it, it looks like this sword used to be twice as long as it is now. It's a great sword, but it looks like the top half was like cut off at a angle.
Got it. Wolf's Greystone.
Yeah, it's like wolf.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Wolves, what?
Wolf's Gravestone. It's a sword from Genshin. It looks like it got cut.
Or Snap.
Oh, that one.
But yeah, nobody like ignored all that and started looking around already.
We'll take them long. It
Um,
won't take them long to catch up, but we shouldn't miss anything.
I must know
weird.
the sequence.
We're now in a tomb, so does my historical knowledge give me anything more?
You can tell that it, there's probably about 3 layers of architecture in this place. It's both magical and physically. It seemed like this temple was dedicated to something or someone else before it was dedicated to Apophis.
Oh boy, this place has been through the ringer of renovations.
Question then.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
3 layers of renovations, and it looked like it was someone else's before Apophis.
If that is the if that is indeed the thing, would I recognize the who it belonged to before Apophis?
Yes, give me a history check with advantage.
Yeah. You might as well use knowledge from a past life as well to add. I believe a d6. Check. Yep. Okay. So history. And then /R1D. 6. Nope. 6. There we go.
21.
21.
21, the funny number. This was a this was a temple to one of the forms of the sun god, and most likely Kepris are Tliltic.
I guess it makes sense that Apophis would try to take over this temple. This is a temple of the sun god, either Kepris or what was the other one?
Tliltic.
Toltic?
Tliltic.
You're
Tiltic?
cutting out.
Tliltic.
Oh, Toltic. Gotcha.
Caprice. Okay.
It's hard to tell because the images that represent those two gods look similar, but they would be inlaid in different material. So Kepris is supposed to be it's supposed to be the dawn sun, and like that when the sun first crests over the dawn sun, while Tliltic is the eclipse, and both of them are represented by a sun disk. Is but without the inlay or the paint, it's kind of hard to tell, especially with the different layers of stuff. And it seems that a lot of iconography has been purposefully obscured.
With Apophis's moniker, as we learned, I am not too surprised he bastardized this temple.
Of course.
Yep, those eyes
I would be
didn't
almost
know their
proud.
father.
What was that?
Oh, those eyes definitely didn't know their own father.
All right. Well, I guess let's head on in.
Indeed. Also, be on the lookout for areas that are a bit more compact. Next time we run into him, we don't want him to have such a range advantage.
But that does make sense now. Why this temple has such earlier technology than the first era. I was wondering why the gate controls were similar or the same as what I've seen before.
Oh, well, that's fun if you've recognized them from other means. Like I said, that was Lucian's trademark.
Well, the seal was. Inside, the gate controls are different.
Oh, okay.
I assume so. I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah, the technology inside the temple seems the third layer seems to be a lot of Lucian's and stuff, while the second layer is obviously the Apophis stuff, and the layer before or that is the sun god stuff.
Well,
And of course, when you're remodeling, it's too much of a hassle to move things. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Hello?
And out of game, I'm really kind of glad that I was able to do that spell snipe.
of course.
That Oh, that was epic. Though that I am now concerned about something because Adarpi didn't take any damage from the arrow, which means these arrows might not deal any damage, which means they might be near impossible to detect unless you see them, which raises its own concerns.
Well, if that is the question, Pakari, is there anything that we cannot see? Hello?
I don't know if Bakari
Hello?
can't see invisible things.
Alright, can you guys hear
But
me?
you do have that information.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I was just making sure that I turned it up enough that you guys can hear me again. Alright, but the inside of the temple is it's a lot to look at because you have all these different layers of runes and markings, and like a lot of it has been overlaid with these new magical circuits that Furnace put in like these copper lines that it create these intricate spells and runes that he's placed all over the walls, ceilings, and floors. That sort of makes it almost impossible to kind of read a lot of the history of this place other than and it has a long and ancient history.
Yeah, I guess we move on, assuming we're just in a hallway.
Yeah, you're in the vestibule. As you get to the end of the vestibule, you will see two sconces. These two sconces have, have altars on them.
Have what?
Altars.
Ah.
The altars seem to be some kind of there's some kind of there's something needed for these altars to light up, like an offering of some kind.
I'm not giving any more blood.
Are there other rooms?
Not that you can see from this area. Yeah, the vestibule basically is just like the entryway to the greater temple area, and these double doors are essentially your way to get to that area, to the main area.
But are they the only doors? I'll look to the left and right.
They are the only ones that you can see.
So somebody has to wander around to see if there's anything more.
There aren't any side hallways or anything, but you don't see like with how the walls are covered in rooms and stuff. If there were like hidden doors or anything, you might be able to. There, like you could potentially find them, but finding them from this side probably would prove very difficult.
Okay.
I will try to use my echolocation to see if there's anything.
Okay. From what you can see with your blind sense, there seems to be some kind of space beneath, like there's a hollow space beneath the doorway, like in the areas just in front of the altars. The altars themselves are filled with a strange powder that seems to be light. From what you can detect, it seems to be have like the consistency of fine flour. Um, you can tell that the room itself is very well insulated, and you can see that there are places where there used to be windows, and there used to be side doors, but they see that the way to open them can't be seen with your blind sense.
Okay. Can I investigate that?
Yes, give me an investigation check.
Oh, so close. But still good.
21. All right. You find a panel that when you pointed out to who like nobody and everyone else, you would be able to tell that it they would be able to tell that it's a form of like it's like a handprint hit panel. Um, if you place your hand on it, you can probably open something up.
Does it look like it would detect a certain handprint or just a handprint that presses against it?
Um, it wouldn't be able to. You aren't able to tell. So the only way you would be able to know is to try it.
Should I try it?
Probably has to be someone with a curse mark and serene who made it.
Well, I thought that too, and then the blade rejected me.
If that is a good question, then is it from the original build or from It Furnace?
It most likely seems to be original.
Then no. Yeah, it wouldn't be curse mark check.
Does it need a handprint magically? Is it magical or could I try to Indiana Jones this shit?
You can try it Indiana Jones it.
I'm gonna step away and get some water real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we could try to Indiana Jones this.
While
I want to
she's
know what
doing
that
that,
means.
Just put a thing that weighs about as much as on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pakari's gonna look around and find something that could roughly be, about the weight and shape.
is this place similar in make as the buildings in the Blood Jungle?
A different architecture style, but it is similar to in make.
Would nobody know of the tablets?
Yes, nobody would know about tablets, but that I don't think would you guys have brought one out with you from the jungle?
That's a good question.
I would have probably bought one just to see if it still works. It would
Roll
really be
to
something to
find
constantly
out.
think about.
I say do a roll on it.
But I want to see if Kari can Indiana Jones it before we try that.
Yeah, I'll get, I guess, a rock or something and have about the same weight if need be. I can use my tools to kind of chip away at it to get it to how I want it.
You find a large, about palm-sized rock.
Would this be like a sleight of hand or something?
Yeah.
Ooh.
25.
Yeah, you're able to press the rock onto the panel. Oh, the panel takes a little bit more effort than you feel comfortable pressing, but as soon as you do, the panel gives way, and you will see as a door will open, and you will see a long, rotted wooden pin staff with a bunch of like uh, it's hard to tell, but it looks like a bunch of straw strapped to the bottom. Um, a metal little cylindrical little
So a broom.
object with wheels on it. Um,
It's the janitor's closet.
Yep, it's a janitor's closet.
it's like a mopping bucket.
Ah,
That was disappointing.
it's a
You set up a mechanism for that.
Indeed.
Well, you imagine and someone who would need to clean up a mess in the vegetable would just walk over to this panel, push it open, and grab the mopping bucket. There is also a water stone on the inside of there. You got those of you that know these ancient temples. They would use magic stones to produce water in places that normally can't easily be produced. So there's a little water stone that if you put the bucket under it, water will fill the bucket.
Do you think that work for the rest? That can work for the rest of the room?
No idea. Worth a try though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
We'll place it.
What's up?
With your
I was gonna say we could place it in the central bastion.
with your with your investigation, you can see that there's probably about three more of these panels around the room probably for various things. Journey.
I can help out open them
You go ask
if we go the
ready for bed.
Indiana Jones route.
Can you bring me the remote too?
Man, you guys Indiana Jones it. Wow. I test to see how quickly this can fill a room.
So you're just going to drown us. I see how it is.
Is Picari going to point out the other panels?
Yeah.
Nobody will go test one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one leads to a small office. There's a worm-eaten desk that sort of have collapsed at the back of the room, and a large tapestry with like the symbol of a giant snake wrapped around a big yellow circle with a with a slash through it, like the tapestry's been cut in half. And like you can see, a skeleton is slumped over that desk.
I'll search the area. I'll even look behind the tapestry. I guess I have to do an investigation.
Yes.
Since I kind of know the area, would it be with advantage?
If you do roll on this first roll, I'll give you advantage on future ones.
You'll give me what?
If you do well on the first roll, I'll give you advantage on future ones.
Okay. Well, technically it is above.
rummage through the disintegrating books and paperwork, and find nothing save a single scroll case.
Hmm. Is it sealed?
Yes, it has been sealed.
Is there like any markings identifying it?
Yes, it has that same sun disk symbol on it. It seems like it was hidden in the bookshelf, and just was never found by the cultist. But since the
Oh,
bookshelf itself has collapsed, um it can now be seen.
hmm. I'll carefully try to unseal it.
When you unseal it, it you can there's a it's a strong smell, and you can tell that this scroll case is filled with a very thin oil. And when you pull the as you look at it, you can tell this is written on papyrus.
Huh.
As you pull the papyrus out, oh, a um, it's it's like a memo reminding King, like the apostles to make sure that he he place a small amount of blood in the fires to keep the lit and keep the main temple door unlocked. So, um, also for the Philandus to stop leaving the waterstone dripping in the janitor's closet because it floods the vestibule and it can drip down to the lower floors of the temple. Oh, and nobody wants to deal with having to repair all the cracked and water or damaged stones.
I
I'm sorry.
carefully
What's going on?
put it back in the scroll case, and
Mm.
he's still nonchalant, but he's kind of floating a bit hurriedly out. Mana, I would suggest not doing that.
Did you find something of note?
Yes, found a way of getting past the doors, but also there's literally a note in here saying, "Please do not leave the Waterstone running, as it can flood the lower levels, messing up some mechanisms."
Is that necessarily a problem?
Probably.
Yes, if you end up destroying what I'm looking for.
I guess that's fair. Eh, it might have simply expedited our trip. We
But
are trying
essen-
to avoid Gold Crown now.
Well,
it should. What's up?
You also, as you're floating over, you see one of those gold coins sort of just is in like a, half hidden in a pile of sand.
One sec.
I mean, at the very least, we have a self-destruct on the way out button.
As I will. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do advantage. Whoops. I'm firebolting the thing.
You hear a soft
Oh
squeak
wow.
as it melts into the sand.
Yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
The coins might be spying. Be careful.
That's what I
But
was
Well,
afraid
just
of.
remember the other thing he can do with the coins as well.
you will hear as nobody reaches into everyone's mind one by one. We need to light the pyres and offer a bit
Hello,
of blood.
how's it going? I can hear your thoughts talking to me.
Is that the sword?
Yes.
You
Do you really
know
have
I
to
can
bring?
selectively talk to people.
Yeah, I think he has a connection via a Dorothy.
Immediately, if I hear that from a Darby's mind, I am going to skip over it.
Why did you have to do this, Keontae? Why did you have to bring that character into this?
Because it's Keontae.
But basically, inside your minds, since nobody now knows that we're being watched, he'll let y'all know how to open the doors.
So just light the pyres and offer and make an offering of what?
Blood.
Does it
But
say a particular kind?
Well, Darby, I guess you're up again.
I'm not quite sure if she still has any.
Blood?
It didn't specify
What I said.
any special kind of blood. It just said blood. So probably be a couple of drops of anyone's blood would probably work.
I mean, I'm just going from past experiences, that's all.
Well, should we search the rest of the doors before we go?
Probably a good idea because it will make it look, if we are being watched, it will make us look like that we're still trying to gather a way in.
So while they are doing that, I saw the coins scatter. Do I see them right now?
You see, with your passive perception, you see probably about 3 of them out of the 20 or so that you saw fall.
Just so when nobody reaches into Nobat's mind, destroy them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got 3 in me, so one moment, please. Do I have a sure hit? I don't have magic missile.
It's better safe than sorry.
Yeah, all my stuff is ranged. Well, actually, wait. Question, Keontae. Do I think psychic damage works?
You have no idea. You do not know if these coins are sentient or just being propelled through magic.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. I am just going. Let's see here. I am just gonna just go as his arm begins to crackle. Eldritch blast, Eldritch blast, Eldritch blast, Eldritch blast. So two. So okay.
One
So
of them
one's
are
dead.
on.
One got crit.
Yep.
Will the 11 hit?
Yes.
All right, and then double tap on the third.
No.
Well, yeah. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
And then the last thing I say in their minds, be careful what you say and mind what you do. As you'll you'll feel nobody's presence leave.
Yeah, I'll check one of the other rooms.
Before nobody leaves, 3 more down.
Check another room.
Yeah. Checking other rooms.
What's behind door number 3?
Behind door number 3, he is a floating, like a floating set of armor.
Huh. That's not ominous at all.
Yeah, that's
not
not
at
ominous.
all.
Is it moving?
No,
It's floating.
It's just it's floating in the like middle of the room.
Anyone want to magic check that?
I'm going to assume my detect magic is still active. Or just like my natural magic detection.
Oh yeah, the armor is super magical.
I don't even need to cast the spell to see that that thing is stupid magical. Can I tell what kind? Or is this just this is beyond mortal comprehension kind of magic?
Is it conscious?
Um,
No consciousness in the armor.
can I do an Arcana check on it?
Sure. The armor is medium armor, from what you can tell. So it seems to be in a similar style to first era or desert armor.
14.
From what you can tell, that seems to be like some pretty like from the spells that you can see written on there. It seems to be some pretty cool armor. It's all, but there's a lot of language on there that you can't really understand. Actually, let me double check if this race has its own language. All right. It's a language. It's a draconic language.
Draconic?
Oh, hey, the one time I didn't take Draconic.
Yeah, I don't speak Draconic.
Same here.
Hey, Sarah, does Picard speak Draconic?
Doesn't Leia? Is it Leia?
Um, Dea does speak draconic,
Dea?
but she's not with you guys.
Oh yeah. It'd be
I'll
nice if we
just
can
take it
call
for
her.
now.
What'd you say, John?
I said I'll just take it for now, but I'm carefully taking it, making sure I don't activate any curses it might have while on it or anything like that, or traps that may go off with it by taking it.
So sleight of hand.
Our thieves' tool.
Is a check
Whichever.
necessary to take it?
It's better than Gold Crown not having it.
Why not?
Alright, you're gonna
Wait.
step. Are you going to step into the room?
I said I'm checking to make sure I don't
Yeah,
set
girl.
anything off when I do.
Alright, give me a perception.
See you in the morning. Remember, you got school in the morning, okay? Good night.
24.
24.
Um. Good night, Judy. From what you can tell, you do not see any traps or anything, but there seems to be like there's something kind of off about the doorway, and you're not exactly sure what it is.
There's something off about the doorway.
Okay, do I need to investigate it? Or is it another perception for me?
Either one. Just note, investigation is touching, perception is looking.
I'll percept. Nat 20.
On a natural 20, you angle your head a little bit and see strange parallax of the armor as you're like moving your head, and you realize that um, that entire room is filled with gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Uh,
And so as he realizes that, he's going to slowly close the door. That entire room was basically a gelatinous cube.
Fun.
Fun.
So we're not going to touch that, and we're going to let him have fun with that.
I mean, we could take a gelatinous cube, possibly.
Is it the same stuff that Mana is?
No.
No.
Do not degrade me by comparing me with a regular slime.
Look, I
Actually,
didn't degrade.
okay,
I just wanted to know.
Before I say anything, do I see any coins around?
Um, you do. There is one coin that's currently floating. You don't know when it rolled by you, but it's currently floating in the bottom of the cube, slowly being dissolved.
I will
Well,
wait
that's
for it
on
to
it.
be. I'll wait for it to be dissolved before I say that. Then.
And wait, I thought there were only 3 rooms, so this is the only way we can go, right?
No, there's the. So there's the altar room, the closet, and the greed trap. So we just need to go to the altar and do the altar mechanic now.
Well,
Is
wait, I
that all
thought we
the
were
doors?
in the altar room
No, you haven't.
because there was the office.
Yeah,
Hold
the
on.
office is in the vestibule, along with the janitor closet and the gelatinous cube room. There is
And there's no more doors?
there's a fourth room, a fourth closet, if you will.
There's one more.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
keep looking for coins because I think that's now 5 out of the 10.
20.
20.
Yeah, like when you pull the arrow out, the shaft basically dissolved, disintegrated into like a mess of coins that scattered and rolled around the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Basically, if I see them, I blast them. But I guess we'll go look at the other room.
As they investigate the other room, I am actually going to take a closer look around and destroying any coins I see.
I'll help with that.
All right. Anyone who's actively looking for coins, can you give me a perception or investigation check? Anyone going to the room, just give me an investigation check.
Okay,
These are big rolls tonight.
I'm going to the room. Well, I'll wait.
I'll take a 15.
Okay, so I'm going to the room and I'm just letting my passive perception speak for the coin finding. So 12 for me.
Coins.
All right.
And 13 for Nissa.
All right. Anyone who's looking for coins that got a 10 to 15, you find a single coin. If you got a 15 to 20, you find in 3 coins. If you got a 16 to 20, find 3 coins. If you got a 20 or higher, you will find 4 coins.
So
Oh, I
Adarpi
found
got 4.
4.
Nobody found 1. Mana found 1. And that's the ones looking.
Are we killing these coins?
Yes.
Fire
Yes.
at will.
So that's 4 from
Do I have to hit the button to roll?
Oh, just enough.
They have a AC of 8.
Oh.
So
It'll
yeah.
it'll be pretty difficult to not hit them, but it
22.
And how is passive perception calculated again? 8 or 10 plus?
It should be on your sheet.
So altogether, we found 6.
And if I will my passive, since I said I was using my passive, will I still find based on my passive?
No, you'll maybe find one in the room. I just have to roll to see if there's one in that room.
So we so
Okay.
far
So
taken out 11, I believe.
You have taken out 13 in total.
Don't use bonfire.
Dorothy creates a bonfire and just tosses the coins in.
that's what I was thinking.
Toss a coin in your witch fire.
Yeah,
But be careful of the smoke. I think we're in a relatively sealed room.
that's why I
We
was
can, I can put it out.
okay. Okay, so we got 13, and then any in the room that I'm opening up.
All right. When you guys investigate this room, it is just the floor is covered with these carapaces of these like gray bugs, probably about the size of a pinky.
Mm.
They're just everywhere. Um, Amongst them, you see like stuff like a couple of skeletons of like a birds, well not birds, rats and other small animals, and like two human skeletons that are embracing each other.
Before I close the door, any gold coins?
You do not find a gold coin, in, but I'm looking at you.
But
You do find a you do find a box that has a bunch of the small little jar, like small vials that have a dried up burgundy tea powder in each of them.
do you want those, Nessa?
Are these blood vials?
Give me a medicine check.
Because that's what it sounds like. Where is medicine? There it is.
And out of curiosity, Keontae, if I had failed that check, the saving throw earlier, was I actually going to become a husk?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
21.
Yeah, these seem to be the ceremonial blood vows, but they've um the religious iconography that used like the little bits of gold and stuff that used to adorn these vows have been pulled off, and like they've been wrapped in this like black leather here, and like you can see someone scratched a word in draconic in it, like on the box, text that none of you guys are able to read, so you won't know. So whose blood this could possibly be?
But I
I will.
assume that it probably won't be, because you said it's all dried up now, isn't it?
Yes, but with that medicine check, you know you can add some water and it will somewhat reconstitute the it, like the DNA and other parts of the blood would obviously not have, like the blood cells themselves would not have survived, but it would still have all the same
Would I know if that would work
properties.
for the pedestal we're about to have to deal with?
You would assume that that's what these valves were for.
But would I know if just adding some water will make this work enough for the purpose of a component?
With Nissa's medicine check, she would know that that would definitely work. Because
Hmm?
the powder in the powder probably just reacts to the chemical substance that is blood, not necessarily to
Okay.
like fresh or old blood.
Um.
So theoretically,
Uh,
we could use these.
It's better
uh,
than using your own.
yeah.
Mhm.
Say let's see if we can grab it then, I guess.
You wade through the sea of silverfish bodies and grab the case. And amongst the silverfish bodies, you do find in one coin.
And these coins are everywhere.
It's almost all gone.
Bang. Dead.
When you fire off the spell, the silverfish all jump up and scatter into the cracks in the wall, and leaving the floor bare.
Huh. Okay. But the coin is disintegrated.
Yeah, the coin's dead.
So that's
Should we
15.
check?
Yeah.
All right.
Should we check those two corpses huddled over there?
Yeah. Do an investigation. Where's my thing? There's my thing. Bloop, bloop. Good roll, finally. 19.
Nobody's
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
start
investigate the corpses as well.
gathering materials for the pyres.
And I will show the vials, and I will go ahead and start trying to. Actually, do I know if I need to rehydrate them for this, or do I just need to kind of scrape it out?
You would probably need to rehydrate them.
So
Use the
I'll go ahead
water
and
stone in the janitor's
yeah,
closet.
yeah. I'll go ahead and begin the process of rehydrating while I keep a
I'm so
kind of a
proud.
Yeah, I'll just hand you the stone.
yeah. I'll go and start rehydrating that, and I'll just kind of keep an eye out for coins again.
John, I'm so proud that you called that
What?
the water stone.
The water stone? Oh.
You guys don't
Why?
you guys don't normally think about well, connect dots like that.
Well, I knew the water stone was there. I was gonna use it if I needed to rehydrate. I was just trying to make sure if I need to rehydrate them or not.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys
Sounds
are,
like
you're able to use the water stone to rehydrate the blood, and you have
Okay.
1d12
And
vials of ancient blood. Let's roll 1d.
As I'm
1d12
gathering,
Yes, you have 1d12. You have one vial of ancient
of
blood.
ancient blood, and we're about to have to use it.
well,
Mm.
are we, as I'm gathering for the pyre, do I find any more gold coins?
Same.
Um, you do not find any more in this space.
Okay, they've.
Do we really need to use the whole vial?
Keontae?
Only a couple drops.
Okay.
I mean, just in case there's another door or something.
Okay. Yeah, while they're investigating that, I'll begin the process of slowly rehydrating it all.
And
Right.
just in case, we should bring the other vials with us just to leave
No,
no choice.
there is one vial only.
Well, the other vowels they don't reconstitute; they just clump up and are they don't like come. It doesn't come together. You would probably need a centrifuge to have like 100% success rate on something like this, but that you guys don't have didn't carry a centrifuge with you.
But
What's a
yes,
centrifuge?
They had centrifuges. That's a
Delvat probably wouldn't know what one is. He has
That's
a smacking 3 in medicine. He probably does not know what a centrifuge is.
I could explain it to you, but either way, ancient blood can still be of use.
Well, he
So we
will
should bring it
hand
with
the
us.
he will hand however many vials did not reconstitute over to nobody.
You have 11 failed blood vials.
And he's going to continue working the one to make sure it is the right consistency, not watered down or anything.
We should probably keep the box as well.
But yeah, basically the box with the 11 failed vials is in nobody's possession. I have the one vial that's reconstituting.
Yep.
That's
Now
safe for
onto the
storage.
investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. What you guys find, the two bodies are holding hands, and you can see that there's a bit of metal in each of their, wrists. Yes, from the appearance, it seems to be some sort of like bloodletting tool. It's like a spigot for a tree, but it's like embedded down into the bone of their wrist, which would be excruciatingly painful because each micro movement that your hand or arm or shoulder would make would cause that needle to move and scrape and dig. And they're holding hands, and you can see on the hands that they have held are two silver rings.
So a husband and wife.
Oh boy.
Yep. Anything
They
you note
were
about these
they were both
rings?
working together. They were both working together, releasing their own blood for this.
I'm not so sure it was consensual.
Okay, so I'll ask it this way, Keontae. Once I finish the vial and they begin looking over that, from my historical knowledge of the time period, because I assume this would go into my expertise area.
You could assume that these individuals they're sort of captured by the cultists and forced to use their blood to open these to keep these flames lit in the temple.
Oh yeah, and so Dobek kind of walks by, looks back over. Oh yeah, no, those two were like slaves.
Probably descendants of the disciples of the sun god.
Yeah, captured by cultists, forced to bleed to keep the fires alight.
These cultists are starting to sound, well, other
Familiar?
than slavery part. What? Well, I think it's about high tide we light the pyres.
All right, I will add a couple drops.
All right.
Fire them up.
As you drop the blood, that there's a fizzling, and like um like it, oh, what's it called? Why can't I remember the name of this stuff?
I don't know.
Thermite. Yeah. Like
Oh,
thermite. The a bright, almost blinding white flame will erupt from both of the base.
jeez. Okay, a
The
magnesium reaction.
the flames will the dimly lit room is now filled with light as the light from these flames reflects off of every reflective surface, is bathing the whole space in a warm golden glow.
Out of curiosity, do I hear a squeak as the pyre lights?
Hmm?
I like just the funny idea of a coin got in there.
Yes, you do.
16. Boom.
These coins are not very bright.
That's why they're
Well, I guess that.
probably
Sorry, good.
they probably act independently.
Oh, well. I believe that one was in the more literal sense.
Mm.
All right. Does the door open?
Yes. As the door slowly opens, you'll see the main in, in area of worship in this temple. A large room um, with with rows and rows of chairs that have been pushed to the edges of the room to make way for a what would have been gruesome display. The the skeleton of some giant of some kind. And you're not sure what kind of giant was. It could have been like a cloud giant or a storm giant, but large, well, huge even, has been strung up from the ceiling and from the stains on the floor. They were stabbed in a way that they,
Or releasing blood.
yes, into what would have been a area in the center of this place where people would gather to preach now. So a bowl filled with dried up giant blood.
Hmm.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't go through with this, considering this whole place has to do with blood.
You're starting to think this?
You're
This
welcome
thought
to
just
leave.
occurred right now.
You're welcome to leave. Have fun dealing with.
Look, you're saying that, but y'all have told me multiple times to stop splitting the party. Okay? So I technically am here.
So this is what Doba is saying. You're welcome to leave. Good luck dealing with our friend on the way out.
Luckily, this doesn't faze me at all.
I mean, technically he invited us to parties and he was pretty nice.
Yeah, and then he shot you.
Yeah,
He
I
he
think I remember that.
also he also almost took Dobat's life back in Goldport.
Yep.
I think I
And
remember
he
that too.
and he buys and sells slaves.
Yep.
He does do that. He does do that.
I have a feeling he threw his coins in here just so that he has a way to teleport in once we clear this place and take what he wants.
Yeah.
Then we must not let any
I
coins.
figured he's using the coins to kind of get all in the nicks and crannies intentionally so he knows where, not just where we're going, but how to get where he needs to go so that he's not having to do all this work. So the more we take out those coins, the less he'll know.
Well, we've also seen that he can just teleport straight to the coins.
I think there's only 4 left.
You will actually see one of the coins rolling in around that bowl, heading towards the far end of the
Boom.
area.
Like immediate, like it is on site. Eldritch Blast. Kaboom. It is gone. Do I see any others in this room?
Not from a cursory glance.
I'm gonna perception the room then.
Nobody will float in and begin his studies of the room.
Yeah, I'm looking around, but I am also looking for coins. And I find none.
You know nothing.
You just got a nat 1, you trip.
You don't see anything.
What about
I do an
feeling?
investigation check to check.
Do we feel anything?
Well, I rolled a nat 1. I find nothing.
You can roll an investigation check if you want. I'll move some stuff around, see what's in here.
Pick stuff up and put things down.
You don't feel anything. Oh, that's another perception check. Never mind.
25.
You feel everything. Just touch everything. Get your goop in every crevice you can find.
That is true. If there
Oh
is
my.
viable DNA within this room, Mana.
Unfortunately, unless we make a fresh corpse, it won't be of much use to me. I
You
could
have a
check to see if the
gelatinous cube in there that you could go eat, and then you could turn into a gelatinous cube, which would allow you to get into places.
First of all, I can already get into places. It's second, and while my makeup is acidic, it's not as acidic as a cube. It'd be better to kill it through other means and then absorb it afterwards.
Alright. Mana, through your investigation, you find 2 more coins. At a Darpy, you find 1 more.
Oh.
Pardon.
Kaboom, 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 kaboom.
I'm gonna
I guess I'll
blast one.
investigate the room as well.
Well, those are the last ones, I think.
I mean,
And then hammer down on the other one. I wasn't supposed to click that. I've been smashing the other one with a hammer. Or a flail.
From nobody's investigation, this seemed to be some sort of ritual site. When you look down into the basin, you can see a blackened skull.
From nobody's investigation.
I thought you were looking around the room to see.
Oh, I am, but I haven't rolled an investigation yet.
Well, perception. But from just looking around, you're able to tell that this was some sort of ritual they were performing, and from the blackened bones at the base of this basin, there was probably some sort of prolonged sacrifice going on here. To what end, you have no idea, as you cannot read the writing on the wall.
Well, I guess there ain't nothing to it but get hands up, a bit more hands-on with it.
Yeah, since I can't find any coins, I'm gonna begin an investigation as well with nobody.
Yep, same here.
I will use knowledge from a past life on this as well.
No, 19.
My God, I am not rolling above a single.
Luckily, you have 2 friends who are.
23! Woo!
Oh, that was cocked. No, that's cocked.
9.
That was cool. That was cocked. I should re-roll.
No,
I should get to re-roll that.
That's not how the digital dice work.
That was cocked.
9.
Digital dice can't be crooked or cocked or anything like that. That's not.
I mean, Dobat or Nissa could give me advantage.
Well, technically, yes, they can, depending on who programmed them and how they programmed them. So that logic is flawed.
The random number generator gives out a number that then it is depicted on the dice that is randomly rolled. So that the number that the dice rolls is preset before it even rolls.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it all depends on who.
Was nobody in the tomb or no? Like, did you get the cooperative feat?
Yeah.
So you can just use one of those points.
I can't use it on myself.
While you can hear another creature within 120 feet of you, you can add their proficiency bonus to a single skill check you make that they are proficient in. It's 2-point shared experience.
Yeah, because like some of them you use on yourself, and some of them you use on others. It's weird. Because I was
What?
noticing that as well.
Who's has a higher proficiency in the investigation?
Well, it's proficiency bonus. It's the +3.
Well, okay. Make it
You
a
can-
12.
And then I will give you advantage.
From your guys' investigation, you're able to find three more doorways. He's one that the coin was heading to that leads to a stairway that leads down, and the other two lead to other parts of this temple.
Other parts of the.
So now I got a 17.
He died.
Are we splitting the party?
Unknown yet. We're waiting to hear more information about these other paths.
From what you can tell, the stairway doesn't require anything additional to go down, but each of the other paths you would probably need to use the blood to turn on from the altars.
Do we need to
Before I
turn
go
the
any further,
altars on?
To open
Well,
those
I have
doors, you would need to. So you've used about
We don't
half
need to
of
turn the
the.
altars on. Wait, to open the door, we have to turn the altar on?
Yes.
So there are 3 paths ahead of
Two.
us. 3. There are 3
Mhm.
paths.
3 paths.
2 of them are locked.
Yeah.
2 are locked behind altars similar to the one we just opened. One of them is open with a staircase going down.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use some more of the blood and open the other 2 paths, or we ignore the other 2 paths and move down the stairs.
Well, where are we really headed?
That we don't know.
So I'm going to ask a question, Keontae. Does my phylactery go down or in one of those rooms?
It's going down.
It's what?
It's below you.
So I'm voting to go down.
Mhm.
Wait, is it below me as in the pit?
No.
Okay.
Question. Would Ickall be able to get through the doors?
These doors are watertight, so Ickall wouldn't be able to. Well, no, Mana wouldn't be able to get through them, but Ickall can turn incorporeal.
So, just to be clear, Ickall works differently than I do. Ickall can phase through solid matter, or as long as she doesn't end her turn inside of it, she doesn't take any damage.
Yes, Ickall would be able to do that.
Keep cutting out.
He does keep cutting out quite a bit, doesn't he?
Ickall would be able to do that.
Okay. I'll have Ickall check what's on the immediate other side and just report back.
Ickall will report back bones.
Mm-mm.
There's a
Mm-mm.
lot of bones on both sides.
Mm-mm.
It seems to be.
Mm-mm.
If you want to loot the corpses, we can.
Mm-mm.
Is there anything worth looting on the corpses?
The only thing she could make out was the bones.
Let's leave them to their rest.
If we have enough time, we should probably go back for them.
Essentially.
Yeah.
For now,
I
though,
say we
let's
continue
not.
on and then clean this place up afterwards.
Yeah.
After we get what we got what we came here for, and hopefully before Gold Crown gets in.
Hopefully.
Okay, so then we head down.
Before we do, should I get the giant blood?
I don't think there is any.
You thought you
It's
said it was
dried up.
dried up in a
Mhm.
bowl? Yeah, we'll move on.
No. Get the blood.
Can I move the bowl, Keontae?
It's embedded into the ground.
You could take
Yeah.
chips of it. Blood is just dried. You could take crispy chips of it and store it away.
Do I think it can be reconstituted?
It probably could be.
I'll take a while. I'll just take a while out of it dry for now, and I'll deal with it later.
I do have an idea. And I'll
Can I
try
take
it
some
with
blood, too?
two.
But
I want to take some blood too before we move on from that.
So you want to take some of the dried?
Yep.
Okay.
Turn it into a powder.
And what were you trying to say, Nick?
I do have an idea as we're walking down. Can I use? I'll try it with 2 vials if I'm able to do it. I'm gonna ask you first, Keontae. Would I be able to basically use my staff to alter the gravity of the since I know what a centrifuge is, would I be able to basically have the vials spin around my staff at by altering the gravity of them?
With the Arcana check, yes.
That
you got this.
I don't know. I've been rolling kind of bad. Do I have advantage?
Is there a boost?
No.
Well, no. Does John want to give advantage?
Hold it. 18.
Okay.
You are able to do so. You think it'll probably take about half an hour or to an hour of you concentrating on this to make it fully work. So you would have to do it over like a short rest. And you could probably get like 5 or 6 more viable vials of ancient blood.
So it's something for later.
A proof of concept at the very least.
Yeah.
I'll stop the spinning of the vials and put them back into my bag.
You guys are going down the stairs?
Yep.
Yes.
You guys descend the stairs. It goes down and then it splits and goes around behind itself. And as you guys reach the very bottom of the stairs, you will see essentially the beginning point of all the magical circuits that Ettifernus put in this place. You will see a large door, circular in nature, with all manner of warning signs on it.
Ah,
Can we read any of these warning signs?
that's a good sign.
Yes, they're written in ancient common, in Draconic, in Gnomish, in Elvish. is in basically all languages. Is
Oh my, they really wanted to warn some people.
Mm-hmm.
Fun, fun, fun.
What do the warnings say?
it says is the doom sprout cult of the first blood resides here.
You're a
What?
little quiet.
The Doomsprout of the
The
First Blood lied.
the doom sprout of the first blood lies here. Do not open.
What do I know of that name?
That we shouldn't open it.
Giante.
This is where we find out that we're all just secretly sacrifices.
All right. So
That wouldn't surprise me
the
at all.
the term doom seed has been floated around in the past when talking
Oh wait.
about nobody. You got you guys.
I immediately was like, oh wait.
You guys. I don't know how much nobody has mentioned that. Several powerful entities have called nobody a doom seed. You guys never found out what that means, but nobody, by virtue of knowing that seeds turn into sprouts and then into full plants, and you would surmise that this seems to be somewhat related to that moniker, that title that you've been given.
Can I assume it's an Archon?
You you would assume that if you were to become an archon, you would be either a doom sprout or a doom plant of some kind.
Interesting.
That's actually like 5 different levels, but you guys don't need to know that part.
And so I can't get anything of historical context from this.
Um, give if you give me a history check on the first blood.
I mean, baseline, this is a Rosetta.
Hey, Nick, do you want to return the favor?
Why not?
So I will roll this at advantage. Oh yeah, that's good. 24.
Um, you remember there a lecture that you sat in on, speaking of the great evils of this continent, and why it's important to study the magics and the things that they did over um, to learn about why what they did was wrong, so that future generations don't try and repeat this. Because the first blood that was is the first vampire of sorts to appear on this world, to the knowledge, to history's knowledge. There might have been vampires in the um, Age of Gods or war during the war between the gods and titans, is but the first recorded history of a vampire um, has always been called the first blood. That there there have been very few of these entities like actually recorded in history, because they typically don't show themselves. They're typically either a object or a person in that shows up and initiates a lineage of vampirism. Basically, patient zero in a strain of the vampire virus.
Okay.
This
Oh.
you you know that you would know that the first blood of the Arcana continent it was as a young lady that had was brought over from the other continent and that had spontaneously developed vampirism and blood magics, and those things were outlawed by the Arcanist, and she took it upon herself to who try and stuff out that particular strain of vampirism, though it was unsuccessful. She, the vampire that initiated it was destroyed, and everyone can breathe a sigh of relief that there's no, um, you know, deity level vampire running around.
Oh,
Mm.
now everyone's
you-
gonna start looking at me like I'm a vampire.
so well, Nomad starts reading. Oh, fun. Vampirism.
Definitely
Explains the
explains a
letter
lot.
to you.
Every time you read something, you laugh like this is supposed to be okay. This is not okay.
Oh, you have yet to read the books that I have,
Well,
Like
and I
the
pray you never do.
by
odd.
that merit, like the library at the White Tower is probably just every other book is traumatizing. So the students there just they just have to get used to it. But
Yeah.
you can't go to book assignments without getting traumatized by something that some crazy wizard did or ancient being did that caused you know, the lives of hundreds or thousands of people.
History is often written in pools and pools of blood. When you have read what I have, especially of the time period that I have, something of the title of a simple vampire is laughable.
Huh, odd.
From the stuff that I've been able to find of the Age of Gods and First Era is none too pleasant. After all, nothing makes its mark on history like bloodshed. But either way, from what I remember, the first blood of this continent. Did we ever get a name for that lady, or was it expunged?
The name was expunged from history. He, it's hard to find a tomb of someone in who you don't know anything about other than their supposed gender.
Was supposedly a young lady from Katalu, I assume it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from Katalu, because there are technically two other continents, the Dark Continent and Katalu. So I had to check. It would have been hilarious if it was the Dark Continent.
It's a skittermander.
We talk. Pardon?
It's a skittermander.
But from Katalu, who just all of a sudden developed vampirism and blood magic when they got over here.
Nothing, no blood magic.
Interesting.
She also basically became the enemy of our. You said just Arcanists themselves came down and fought them, right?
Yes.
They also basically became the enemy of Arcanis herself, who destroyed the first vampire. Which
Is
I don't believe in a coincidence. That sounds kind of sus to me.
well,
For someone
it's
to
not.
randomly receive, like you already have somebody who's doing studies on it, and then you end up sending someone random to a continent that doesn't have it, and then now there's a outbreak, and she's the main one, and they say that it's random that she just received it.
She was just a normal young lady from Katalu who came over to Arcanis, and from what history can tell, through no fault of her own, developed the vampirism curse and gained blood magic.
is hmm.
We
Does
don't
this
know how.
woman does this woman from Kintalos sound familiar to nobody?
I was also gonna say, oh, no mind.
Give me a memory check. That's a wisdom or intelligence check of your choice. It's just a straight ability check.
And I was going to say that it sure doesn't seem like coincidence that we're being sent to someone's tomb that can use blood magic when the person that sent us also wants to probably learn blood magic.
Probably learn. And Layla was called the Blood Witch.
Yeah.
So
There
yeah,
was.
yeah. See.
Her inheritance was
Well,
called the Inheritance of Blood.
let's see. I'm holding the inheritance of blood in a bag.
Yep.
The irony is the irony is not lost upon me.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, she made no mention to hide it, so it's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's
24.
wisdom.
Alright.
My thing is, why are we still doing stuff with Layla? Is that what we're here for?
Yeah,
I
that's what we're
am.
here for.
I'm not.
So I'm here on the quest. I think technically Nessa's here on the quest or gave up. Nobody's here to try to learn about the curse mark and blood magic, or the curse mark in general, I believe.
And also
More of
because he
the
wants to
connection
destroy
between the curse marks and the gods of this continent as well.
And also, even without Layla, I have to come through here to get my soul back. Because my phylactery is somewhere in this temple.
That's probably where Layla put it.
Well,
But
it's also possibly where it got teleported, because remember, it just disappeared.
Yes, and I'm fairly certain.
You're
she's
also
the one-
coming in kind of quiet.
I'm fairly certain she's the one who did it.
Yep.
Well,
She wanted to make sure you would do your job.
and out of game, it's either I gave up the character, then if nobody else wanted to come here, I would have given up Dobat then and there to go do the temple and whatever happened to him, and I would have switched characters. But since other people did want to do the tomb, I kept the character for now.
So,
we can't hear you anymore, Gary.
I was just saying she's probably the one who did that.
Probably.
with if nobody's thinking back, you remember the history of Layla, that her and that she came to this continent from Katalu. He was originally a servant under one of the other their 10 lords, but you don't remember which you don't remember which one. It wasn't really mentioned. It and like she was forced into servitude under them, and that he became employed by Team Arcanus when her and Catalis went and defeated that Gen Lord. but you also remember that she wasn't the only one and that was a servant under that Tin Lord. There were several other people that she was close to that had mostly went to serve under Catullus to help fight against the remaining Tin Lords.
So wait, are Layla
Yes.
or okay? I had
So,
okay.
what can I glean from that information, though?
There there seems to be a connection between Layla. Well, there's obviously a connection between Layla and this this girl from Katalu that developed vampirism,
Oh, okay.
but you don't know if either they're the same person, they're related because um they were imprisoned together by the same one of the Ten Lords, or whether they are there, whether there's like Layla either got her magic from studying this person or uh, vice versa. It's there's a lot of ifs involved in trying to just figure out this connection, and you won't probably won't know it until well, someone who's close to them connects the dots for you. So you could
Oh,
probably, if you talk to um, one of the people that knew her, like Lucian or Cersei, they could probably connect the dots. That's help for you, and but you don't have ready access to them right in this moment.
well, if any case, I'll info dump what I know to Layla's followers.
Uh, Either way, this is pretty much the only path forward as far as we can tell.
It may be your only path forward, but that doesn't mean that you can't change how you go about it.
Well, true. I mean,
This
is
is
it just a door ahead of us?
Yes,
Does it appear to be locked?
you don't know, but you'll find out next time.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to find the connection of why the connection between him and her and the person inside.
Honestly, I'm just sad I didn't get a great sword.
I'm
That's
trying to understand, what do I have?
You have a new sword. I mean, you don't have to keep the sword. You someone just had to pull the sword out. If you're willing, if a Darby's willing, she can just toss the sword to anyone.
But will it cause problems for anyone else to wield it?
She can toss the sword to anyone.
But
that.
will it bite them and try to turn them into a husk again? Or was that just the lock?
I can do anything because I have free will. What the sword does is what the sword does.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what the sword's gonna do.
What that sword
Exactly.
do? Can I pet that sword?
I mean, I would love to wield it, but if it's gonna reject me.
Well, usually swords stab.
I mean, at this moment, I have a sword. I haven't decided on what to do with it yet.
Well, yeah,
But
you can find out real quick when Keontae gives you the stat block if you want to use it,
so
or if it's
Oh
I
when
yes,
he
think she
gives you
has
the actual entry for it.
yeah. I'll get the entry being added into. boundary.
Okay.
I was
And then I'll
having.
tell you if it's for you or for someone else.
I mean, the sword can be wielded by many people, as it is a sword, a great sword, in
Well,
fact, maybe even the best sword.
Problem is it going to try to turn people into husks again?
well, maybe it turns your enemies into husk.
Well, it nearly turned me into a husk.
It's a
We do
sword.
know one thing is that
You do lecture me a lot.
it can make blood crystals.
True.
That would be useful for people who don't have that capability.
Which is becoming increasingly rare and almost will become extinct.
What do you mean? It would. We lost one person and then replaced them with another person.
From what I'm understanding, a lot of the party is going to change very soon.
It depends. As I know one person who still wants to change, and then there's two others that will potentially change.
Oh yeah, I need to send you something.
Yeah. Anyone who's wanting to change characters, I do need that 2-page character backstory, motivation,
You said
and all that jazz.
2 pages? Great.
What?
Well, I don't think it's two full pages of type stuff. I'm pretty sure you can still do like bullet points.
Yeah, you can. It's just yes. Whenever I do one page, you guys fill up half the page with just blank space and like.
Yeah, I
I
don't exactly like typing a lot.
Also, Keontae's very forgetful, so bullet points are probably the way to go.
Yeah, it's easier for me to kind of because if when I'm reading through the paragraphs, I can sometimes get lost uh, in thought and like, uh, oh, that
All
sounds like a
right.
cool plot line. Oh, yeah, that seems very important to the character. But then if I were to reread it, like and like I write a little note like a character that really likes porcupines, but if I like he were to go back and actually read it again, I'll note I would have to amend that note. So until their parents were killed in a freak porcupine accident.
Um, yeah, probably what would be best is after you get the 2-page thing to then sit down and talk to them while you're working on your notes so that you can make sure that you are
Yeah,
getting the context.
yeah.
Well,
And
because
making
I
sure that we're not blaming porcupines for their parents' mistake.
so I'll need to revise because I was told 1 page.
But
if you have enough stuff in the one page, I can accept the one page each. But
Yeah.
it like the thing that a lot of people's one pages were lacking were their motivations and reasons to who actually want to go out and risk their lives in adventure kind of thing. Why would you stick around with the party kind of stuff?
Well, yeah,
But
yeah, I've got that. I'll redo it into bullet points for you.
whatever can make it easier for me to not misinterpret.
Okay. Yeah, I'll redo it and I'll give you both.
I
But I'll
mean,
need time.
instead of
Can't hear you, Kiari.
wait, you can't hear me?
No, I can hear him.
Mhm.
I mean, I think the main thing is just hit those bullet points,
Why
and
can't
then everything
you hear
extra is gravy. We can hear you, but you can't hear me for some reason.
Yeah, suddenly my audio is not working.
Perfect timing.
Hmm.
Well, hopefully that audio will be working next time
Hmm.
on Titans and Tabernacles.